common sight in East Anglia during the 60s, 70s and 80s, British Rail's Class 309 electric motive units performed regular services on the Great Eastern Main Line between London Liverpool Street, Colchester and Clacton. First built in 1962 at York, the electric trains soon acquired the nickname of the Clacton Express, as most of its services often formed express runs to Clacton-on-Sea and Walton-on-the-Naze. In fact, the London to Colchester Main Line was the first to be electrified with overhead wires in 1959. From 1986, electrification of Suffolk and Norfolk lines saw the Class 309s also run up to Ipswich and Norwich. After years of service and memories, the Class 309s were decommissioned in 2000 and scrapped a few years later. Such an important site in the Essex region and of its transport history was in great danger of being lost forever, until a group of volunteers came together to save one of the last Class 309 trains in existence.
Chair of the Clacton Express Preservation Group, which has been endeavouring to save this old 309 electric unit and provide a secure home for the future. After several years of negotiations, we have successfully found a place for two of the vehicles at the East Anglian Railway Museum in Chappel near Colchester. Back in August 2021 now, I was just scrolling through social media and I saw that this unit was for sale. Then owners, the Lavender Line, had decided it was surplus to their requirements, and I decided that I wanted to see it saved. The main priority always and has been is to secure the unit's future, because it is a unique set of vehicles. Electric preservation is historically very challenging, but they really do have potential. We set up fundraisers initially and looking at attracting some investments, and we did successfully find a benefactor in the end who helped secure the vehicles. They were purchased from the Lavender Line back in March 2022 and then since then they've been installed with the Lavender Line, with us being able to do limited work until we could find a more secure long-term home for them. The storage has always been a bit of a challenge. The units have suffered, especially this vehicle, has suffered a fair amount of vandalism. In terms of going and finding a new place, we started discussions with multiple parties. I myself, however, have also been a volunteer here at the East Anglian Railway Museum, training guards, second man and also shunting. The idea was brought up in March of last year. It's been logistically quite challenging to organise. It's all a case of knowing the right people to talk to, working with the haulier companies who've got a lot of experience doing this work. these were drawn before I was born. You know, it's not something I have a memory connection to, but it's more the fact that I know they're local unit. Anything really local interests me, and I am really fond of electrics as well. Obviously fits both of those bills, and it was also mainly the fact that it was at risk. Over the last few years I've really tried to become a bit of an ambassador for electric preservation, because you know, it's a very hard sector to preserve. Obviously with electric vehicles there's no overhead wires or third rail on any heritage railway, so it's looking at other options, other alternatives, or the option of just statically preserving it, which is what the future will be, initially at least, here. I'm a big fan of the Network South East era. Personal opinions that I think it was one of the more better eras of railways in this country. I like the styling, I like the livery, the branding. I do graphic design by trade, so having all the brand guidelines of that and designing posters in the same style and everything is something I really enjoy doing. The fact that all of the interior is fully NSC, we've got Edward Pond artwork on the wall. It's a real slice of 1980s that's really quite well kept intact. This unit was a revolutionary for its time. Built in 1962, first unit to ever hit 100 miles an hour. First EMUs in the country to do that, officially. Unofficially, we know they actually did a fair bit more. We've got records of them going 108, 110 on the East Coast Main Line, back when they did some rail tours. They're very, very powerful units, very stylish, very comfortable as well, and very well liked by crews and passengers as well. We hear so many lovely testimonies from people that did experience them, and cool, what I wouldn't give to have done it myself. By the 1980s it was getting a bit tired, so Network South East committed to full refurbishment of the class. It included replacing the windows. As well as that, the interiors were given a facelift, new second class seats, first class seats were retrimmed, reformed the sets to make them all up to 4 carriages. As originally some of them were built as only 2-car. The compartment we're in now is still in really good condition. I like the cab as well, obviously who doesn't like a train cab. So the future of these vehicles at Chappel, I cannot wait to get stuck in. Myself and my team and other members of the East Anglian Railway Museum, it's all going to be a collaborative effort to get them looking their best again. So full restoration of both vehicles in time, getting the interiors back up to standard, and also full works on the outside, repaint them, and really just get them looking their best and how they really should be. So the future of the group always have and always will be supporting ambassadors for this unit. We're going to be fundraising as much as we can to put into the unit, helping out the East Anglian Railway Museum, who are now the owners of the unit. So we'll be helping wherever we can with volunteer time, manpower and financial resource to get the unit looking its best. Clacton Express Preservation Group, we've got social media and a website, Facebook, Twitter, the like, so if you just search Clacton Express Group you'll find us. We have 2 tiers of memberships which you can buy to obviously help support us with the running costs of the group. We also currently do have a fundraiser live which will help pay for the vandalism that's been recently occurred. Unfortunately, some was suffered just 4 days before we had to move the vehicles up to East Anglia, so pretty bad timing, but with your help we can get those windows fixed pretty quickly. Every little helps, every pound goes towards refit costs. If people want to help volunteer with the group and actually get involved, we're more than happy and welcome to get more people involved. For that, you'll be have to be a member of the East Anglian Railway Museum. Their memberships are also available online or in person. More information is available on their website.